The Dancing Plague of 1519. Maybe it was the rye bread they ate, grain that had sat too long in damp cellars, laced with ergot, a toxic mold. It looks harmless, but under the right conditions, it can spark terrifying symptoms. Hallucinations, spasms, paranoia. It's the same fungus that inspired the invention of LSD. Could a simple loaf of bread have driven hundreds to dance themselves to death? Or maybe it wasn't physical at all. Maybe it was a mass psychogenic illness, a kind of shared psychological spiral. The people of Strasbourg were under immense pressure. The summer was brutally hot. Crops were failing, famine loomed, disease lingered, and fear gripped the streets like smoke. In times like that, the mind sometimes breaks, and when one person breaks in public, others follow. Grief, terror, and helplessness can become contagious. Dancing, wild, involuntary, ceaseless, may have been the only release. Or maybe it was something darker, something not of the body or the mind. Maybe it was a possession, a spirit, an ancient energy moving from soul to soul, whispering into their bloodstreams, demanding motion until they dropped. We don't really know the reason why, but in the summer of 1518 in the city of Strasbourg, people began to dance, and they couldn't stop. It began with one woman. Her name was Frau Troffea. One July morning she stepped out of her home and began to move, not with purpose, but with rhythm. Her feet tapped the ground, her arms swayed, and within moments she was dancing. No music, no celebration, just an uncontrollable urge. And it didn't stop. She danced for hours, then through the night, then into the next day. The town watched in disbelief. What began as confusion turned to fear. Her body trembled, her face flushed, but still she danced. In less than a week, more than 30 others had joined her. By the end of the month, over 400 were caught in the same spell. Men, women, even children. They collapsed, slept, woke up, and danced again. The city had no idea what to do. Doctors ruled out the supernatural. They called it hot blood. Their solution? Encourage the dancing. They built a stage, hired musicians, and let the madness continue. But it came with a price. At least 15 people died, maybe more, from exhaustion, strokes, or heart failure, all from dancing. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened. Maybe it was the bread, maybe it was the trauma, maybe it was a plague without a name. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the strangest mysteries in human history, a time when joy became torment, when music wasn't needed, and when one woman's footsteps rippled through the entire city. Frau Troffea danced first, and the rest followed. But here's the question. What kind of world pressure would it take for something like this to happen again? Thanks for tuning in. If you like this story, please subscribe and hit that like button.